I have been training to dunk a basketball for over a year now, but I'm only 5'6", and I'm getting really close to finally achieving my lifelong goal. So I'm going to show you what a week of my training looks like in order to get there, including my intense lifting, some volleyball, and of course, a crazy 3-hour jump session at the end of the week.
Hey.
Starting the week off with a lift on day 1. As always, I start my lifts off with a warm-up. I usually walk backwards for 5 to 10 minutes every week. Walking backwards has a ton of injury prevention benefits because of the unique muscles it targets. Then I did some isometrics. I do this isometric before each and every lower body lift. It has actually completely cured years of knee pain for me. An isometric is just where you hold a position without moving. It helps your muscles and tendons build strength without the stress of moving. This helps your tendons get stronger and heal without causing more pain or damage. They also increase blood flow to the area, which further supports the healing process. So if you have knee pain, please take my word for it and start doing isometrics. Today I did 2 sets of 30 seconds with 205 pounds on each leg. Right now I'm in the second week of my heavy eccentric lifting phase. So for my first exercise, I did some heavy single leg eccentric split squats. The eccentric part of a lift is when your muscles are lengthening, basically the easier part of the movement. So for this exercise, that's on the way down because going up is much harder, which is why I'm going down with only one leg, but since it's so heavy, I'm using 2 legs to bring it back up. The key is controlling the descent, so I'm aiming for 6 to 7 second reps, and for most exercises, including this one, I'm doing 3 sets of 3 reps. As far as rest periods go, I'm gonna be honest, I'm pretty bad and just guess my rest usually, but I aim for about 4-minute rest periods. By the way, quick disclaimer, do not do this phase unless you have a very strong base coming in, because this kind of training can be brutal on the body. If you're looking for where to start training your vertical, you can find my 5.5-month program that my coach Simon and I made in the description below. That program transformed my vertical and got my body ready for the really intense lifting and jumping that I do now. The first month is completely free and everything else is only $50, and it's a great way to support me and my channel. Since this lifting phase can be so brutal, I'm only lifting once or twice a week and only doing 1 jump session each week, which right now I'm planning to do in a few days, so stay tuned for that. I'll also talk more about my plan for what comes next after this phase throughout the rest of the video. When I said this was brutal, I meant it. I could feel my heart pounding out of my chest for like the next 10 minutes after this set. I have a love-hate relationship with this exercise. I always feel mentally accomplished for finishing it, but physically, it literally takes everything out of me. After that, I did some heavy calf raises, which is honestly one of my favorite exercises. I did 3 sets of 405 pounds for 12 reps. And lastly, I did cable crunches, which I only recently discovered, and it has been a complete game changer for my core. If you've never done a weighted ab exercise before, I strongly recommend that you try it. I'm on an intramural volleyball team at my college, which is always so much fun, and I get a lot of jumps in during each game.
Oh, look at.
After each game, I usually go for a rim touch because I feel like I always jump pretty high right after a volleyball game.
The legs locked up.
Oh no, not the legs.
For my second lift of the week, I started off with my usual isometric, and then I did a normal squat focused on the eccentric. This is my first time ever trying this with a really heavy weight, so I really took my time warming up. I could only do 1 rep for each working set since I had to completely reset the weight in order to get the weight back up. Because of this, I did 4 sets of this exercise. I could have gone a lot heavier since it's only the eccentric portion of the lift, but my back is not used to bearing this much weight, so I played it safe. I did really like how this felt, but I don't think it's very practical for the reasons I mentioned, so I probably won't do it again. However, I'd be interested to try it with a couple people helping me lift the weight back up so that I could get a few more reps in. Next, I did leg extensions. I used both legs to bring the weight up and then controlled the eccentric with 1 leg. Like I said, this is my second week of this heavy eccentric phase. After this week, I'm going to do a partial deload and then 2 to 3 more weeks of this phase before a final true deload week. After that, I'm going to start a power phase, which is where I'm really going to start jumping higher than ever, so subscribe to watch my journey. It's finally jump day, and I just wanted to mention real quick that I personally have an energy drink before every jump session. I know it's not the healthiest thing in the world, especially if you're under 18, which I'm sure a lot of you are, so don't just copy me, be smart and make your own decision. With that being said, I'm having a strawberry Starburst C4, and it tastes just like the candy. I give it a 10 out of 10. Definitely helps me feel hyped up to jump. Before I started jumping, I did about 10 minutes of foam rolling. This is actually something I took away from my video where I trained like LeBron James for a week. I really recommend that you check out that video right after this one. My body always feels amazing after 10 to 15 minutes of foam rolling. Then I got warmed up with some walkthroughs and low effort jumps. But of course, the football team took over the basketball court for some reason, so I had to go to a different gym that I don't like nearly as much. I was really frustrated because I had to move gyms and I was jumping low, and I was worried that if I didn't jump high, this video would be a flop. But I knew it was all in my head, so after about a half hour here, I did a complete mental reset and returned to the better gym. It still took a while before I got in a groove, but my positive outlook was a game changer. So far, this jump session has been absolutely horrible, but I'm about to turn around and dunk this lacrosse ball right now. All right. Usually, dunking a lacrosse ball is super easy for me now, but today felt a little bit off, and I'm going to explain why I think that is at the end of this video.
'Tis the one. Woo! Not my finest camera work, but hopefully it's usable.
Now, dodgeball.
Hey! It looked like it counted.
I think it might have gone off the backboard.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I want a better one.
Okay. It's all right. Hey, you did it.
No.
Why? Apparently I don't know what dunking is.
That wasn't even close.
Well, I'm sorry. Oh. Hey.
That one definitely went off the backboard.
Yeah, that's okay though. Woo!
Right there.
Nope. The LeBron challenge taught you nothing.
Stop.
Nice. One more. Hey.
Alright, that's fine.
Successful jump session.
Unfortunately, I was jumping really low today compared to normal, but that's kind of to be expected because this lifting that I'm doing is really taxing on my body. But the highest jumper in the world, Isaiah Rivera, said that after a month of this heavy eccentric lifting, he was jumping at his highest ever. So I'm very hopeful that I'm going to get my first dunk very soon, and you guys are going to be the first to know. If you like this new style of video, let me know in the comments, and if you want to see more content, watch this video here and subscribe for more.